Well, it looks like we got 7 out of 10. Has everybody had a good summer?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anybody else want to participate with that question?
Got better.
Loaded question. Started working at OSF a week before the lockdown, dude.
Oh, did you get the bid?
Yeah, I got, well, not the bid, but I got the internship.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Good. The one that you talked to, what's his name about?
Aaron. Yeah, Aaron's no longer at OSF. He moved on, I think, to Chillicothe Metals. But
Really?
yeah.
Good.
So
Onward and upward.
Yep.
Takes me about 15 minutes to take attendance because I get distracted if you haven't noticed. Yep. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep.
Squirrels.
Squirrels. We'll give everybody a couple more minutes to get here. First day, we got to be a little lenient, right?
Hell no, fuck that.
Tell us how you really feel. I appreciate you all coming on time. This is going to be a weird semester because of all this COVID business, but we're going to have fun. I guarantee you that.
How many days a week are we going to actually be on campus?
What?
How many days a week are we going to actually be on campus?
Why are you yelling at me already? It's been 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Adjust your volume, Zach. Adjust your volume.
How many days a week?
Yeah.
That really depends. So there's 10 of us. My plan is to have days like this and then follow them up with days in the lab. So what I'm wondering if we should do is split up the lab days. I know your schedules. So here's the hard part. Let me move you over here so it actually looks like I'm looking at you. When they came up with the schedules, we have to have so many lecture hours and so many lab hours, right? So that's why it looks really confusing. It says hybrid, online, an hour's worth of lecture that doesn't even show up for times because it says online anytime. And then the rest of the time is labs. Well, I ain't doing it like that because that means you guys are at home every day. I'm in class. Damn it. That means you guys are at home doing lecture and then coming into campus every day. It doesn't make any sense. So, trying to think, you guys probably aren't in my other class. No. So for this class, I'm going to plan tentatively to do lectures, book work, lab demonstrations on Mondays, and then split you guys up Wednesdays and Fridays for labs so we can stay spaced out. So you will be coming in on a Wednesday or a Friday, depending on how we assign it, and taking care of your labs. Now, on your off days, like let's say you're assigned to Wednesdays, so Fridays you don't have to come in. There's still going to be plenty of stuff for you to be working on, especially for this class. Like I've got homework, like code homework and stuff that I do it this way because everybody can't be working on labs all at the same time. So I'm going to give you a bunch of stuff right at the beginning. It's going to look like a lot, but you've got all 8 weeks to get it done. most of it's going to be due the last day of class. So don't fret. But anyway, that's the rough idea that I have in my head of how this is going to go. But we're going to have to be kind of fluid about it and work with each other because this is all new territory for all of us. Some of you guys, I had you this summer and it was all online, which was difficult for this field, but I'm glad that we at least had the opportunity to get you guys into the lab and get some test equipment out and do some troubleshooting. So, all right, well, it's 6 minutes after, so most of us are here. Today, my plan is to go over the syllabus, Blackboard. I'm going to, morning.
Morning.
Hi. Hold on. We're having class. You want to say hi?
What's that?
We're having class. You want to say hi? No, you're good. You want to say hi? Oh, okay.
Is that Grandpa?
No. What's that? Bob Brandon? Bob Brandon? No. Tom Brown. Electronic servicing. Yeah. Not sure yet. I don't know. I'll give him a call. Brandon didn't have his phone number. Does he? Brown? Yeah. Tom Brown. Yeah. I'll give him a call right now. Okay. Thank you. Amanda. Okay. First day issues already. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, today.
Yes, sir.
I'm still getting used to starting class again this early. Good grief. We're going to go over the schedule, syllabus, Blackboard, Google Drive. Some of you who were with me this summer already have that set up, but I want to walk you guys through that. I'm going to use Google Drive for anything that's online in my class anymore because it's a real easy way to give you guys material. So we're going to walk through that and then maybe get into a little bit of math before we leave. Sounds fun, right? So the first thing we're doing in troubleshooting class is actually going over conduit bending. And we'll spend a week or two on that. We got kind of a fun little setup in the lab. That's another reason I want to split you guys up is because we only have a certain amount of maybe 5 or 6 conduit benders. So, yeah, anyway. All right, I'm going to share my screen and we'll go over Blackboard. If you guys have any questions, like jump in and ask them because I'm just going to go until you people call me.
There is no book for this class, correct?
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I don't like you. No.
There's no book for this class except for your uglies book.
Okay.
Listen here. Everything else I'm going to give you.
Okay.
That's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's less money.
Sure is. Y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Am I recording? I hope so.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are recording.
Thank you. That's another thing that we'll go over that. All right. Under course info, you'll be able to find the syllabus, and somebody told me I had the wrong syllabus on here. No, this is right. I'm going to let you guys read through this stuff. Just make sure you familiarize yourself with this little deal here. Best way to get a hold of me is going to be email. And if we're doing office hours type stuff and you need help with a certain issue, then I'm going to probably set up a Zoom one-on-one like this. Just try to keep everybody safe. And if you send me an email, I'll get back to you within 24 hours, except for the weekends. Don't hold me to that 24-hour thing on the weekends. You can give me a call at this number, but that's my office phone, and I'm rarely in there anymore because of all this mess. So send me an email. It'll pop up on my phone right away. I promise you I'll get back to you within 24 hours. You guys are responsible to be aware of social distancing stuff and transition to fall 2020 student guide, which I do not have on Blackboard, but it will be on Google Drive. Let me show you. It is this PDF. You guys are responsible to understand this. I think you guys are supposed to download some kind of app where you take your temperature and do all this and answer the questions and am I sick, yes or no kind of stuff, and get green lighted before you come to campus. I'm not going to hold you to that stuff. I'm not going to kick you out if you haven't done it. But I would ask everybody to use common sense and please do not come into campus if you have a fever, okay? Or sore throat or any of those symptoms. What are we doing? Oh, this. I'll let you guys read through the course description. Classroom etiquette, a lot of this stuff does not apply because we're not going to be doing lectures in person, but you guys know the drill. A lot of you have had me as an instructor already. I just kind of ask for respect for me and between yourselves and don't interrupt each other and nice, you know, the golden rule thing. How do you want to be treated? Treat other people how you want to be treated kind of thing, right? Raise your hand. Good. This schedule down here is tentative, and I'm gonna go over things at a pace where everybody is getting it. So if everybody's a conduit bending expert after 1 week, then we'll move on. If everybody's having issues with it, then we'll spend more time on it. There's a lot of math involved in the way that I teach conduit bending, so I want to make sure everybody understands. And then when it comes to the troubleshooting part, there's a few approaches that I'm going to teach you. And then beyond that, there's some other motor troubleshooting. We'll get into using megometers. Troubleshooting then at that point becomes a lot of practice. The more experience you have doing it, the more experience you have using your meter to troubleshoot. You can learn the different approaches and tactics to troubleshooting, but it's just conduit bending is the same thing. You understand the basics of it, and then it takes practice. So I want to get you guys in the lab doing hands-on stuff as much as possible. Assignments is where you'll find your assignments. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. You guys are not awake yet, are you?
I've been awake.
Yeah, Nick's been working all night, haven't you?
Yeah.
Everybody, we feel bad for Nick, don't we?
Don't.
No, we don't.
Still working.
A lot of people aren't working.
That's right.
Okay, assignments, calendar. I don't have this updated yet. I have to move all of the dates, the due dates and stuff, but you will see on here a rough idea of what's coming up and when all those things that I'm going to assign are due, and you'll see those popped up in like mid-October, whenever the last day of class is. This trig homework is one that I'm going to open up for you today, and I'll have you guys work on it for Wednesday, well, maybe Friday, depending on how far we get today. All right. Any questions on the syllabus or how Blackboard is set up? Moving
Not
on.
at this time.
Thank you. Google Drive. Have any of you set up a Gmail account? Well, you should have a Gmail account already set up. But everybody, whether you realize it or not, in this class has a Google account related to your school username. And I can show you what yours is in case you don't know. This column B right here. So this is your username, and your default password is capital ICC and the last 5 years SOCH. So what I want to make sure everybody can do today is sign into Google Drive. Everybody on a computer in here? Is anybody on your phone? Okay, computer, please, laptop. Phone is okay. You can get Google Drive on your phone, but computer's going to be the best for me to be able to share information and all that stuff. So I appreciate those of you that, looks like you're all on computers. Man, you guys are stellar. Okay, if you would, Google Drive. And you should get this google.com/drive. Come on in.
Oh, did you get a hold of Tom?
I'm in class, but no.
So what should I do with those kids down there?
Where are they?
108.
I'll go down and talk to them. Sorry.
No. I mean, I can go down. I just
I'll
don't
go
know what
talk
to
to them.
tell them.
I'll
Like-
talk to them.
5-minute break.
Have any of them said that they checked their email and that stuff?
No,
Okay.
I didn't think to ask that. One kid was confused about whether he was supposed to be here or not.
Okay. I'll be right down.
So I looked up the schedules, and I mean, to me, it looks like he's supposed to have class today, Monday and Wednesday, and it's online anytime lecture.
All right. I'll come down and talk to them.
Okay.
Are they all masked up?
Huh?
Are they all masked up?
Yes, I'm
Good.
supposed to be.
No, I mean, are the students?
Oh, yeah, the one I
Okay.
saw were.
Hey, how's your day going?
Do I look a little crazed?
Yeah. Everybody say hi to Amanda. She's having a
Hello.
day.
Hey.
Hi,
Hello.
Amanda.
Hi.
How y'all
Hey,
doing?
Amanda.
Doing good.
Having all kinds of fun this morning.
Mhm.
Thanks for
Right.
coming.
First day blues. All right. Everybody, since I got to run for a second, I'll be right back. But try to get yourself logged into Google Drive. And then when I get back, I'm going to share this folder with you and go over a couple things. So you guys talk amongst yourselves if you need help. Be a good, peer, and I'll be right back.
You need to open up some more tabs on your computer, Zach.
Stop yelling at me. Google Drive, Google it, open that up. It looks like this, the icon, and I'm pointing like you can see what I'm pointing at. Dumbass.
Okay.
And then here's your, that's not it. Usernames, column B, and then your password is capital ICC in the last 5 years SOCH. And once you get that open, I will share with you this folder and we'll go over it together. I'll be right back. I got to go take care of something.
Okay.
Take a break. Nick, take a nap.
Oh, you bet.
Ryan says hi.
Ryan Clinch.
Heck yeah.
Hi, Ryan.
Zach says hi. He says right on.
What's up, Justin? How are you?
What's going on?
Ty, how you doing? He's in here, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Look a little bit more well rested than last time.
Yeah, it's a little bit better now. I'm not working overtime.
Hell yeah.
They cut that out.
Well, I mean, not hell yeah. That kind of sucks, but at the same time, sleep's cool, bro. Sleep is awesome.
It works out. It does. How you still working with that guy doing electrical?
Who,
Yeah, a
me?
little bit
Yeah.
throughout the week, like pretty much like 3 times a week, like Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Then the weekend, I work at the restaurant still, so
Okay, that's good.
hell yeah, definitely still working.
Gotta be. They're making us take a high voltage class in case we. So we have the new people are now they're gonna make us responsible for the substations at work. So it's like 1,000 volt class we have to take now.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, well, I got to go on the 25th, and they're going to go over, like, with everybody how to get suited and booted for Art Flash for that voltage. It's going to be interesting. I've never done that, like, before.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's cool though.
Sounds like people showed up the first day of class. He's having to go down and talk to him. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here right now.
Does anybody have Bloom Pot tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. He hasn't sent out anything yet.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Are we supposed to show up, or I don't know what's going on?
I assume he'll send out an email later today, but
Hopefully.
I hope so.
He does it under short notice for security reasons. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he wasn't that
I
good
was
about
so
responding to
interested.
emails last semester.
At all. He was horrible at responding to emails. I sent out an email at the end of the semester, and I still haven't got a reply. And this was spring semester, by the way.
He doesn't work for the for the government, does he?
I don't know.
He has to now. He's IRS. That's what he is. He won't respond to email.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent out one at the end of spring semester, an email to him. I still haven't got a reply.
Jeez.
Yeah, for a guy teaching digital class, he had the hardest time logging in to email. Like it's Gmail. He did all the teaching through Google Teams, so
Yeah.
We've
We've
never
essentially
plugged in
been
our
logged
grades
in.
either.
That too, yeah.
You either get a pass, fail. That's it.
That made me so mad because I could never check on how bad I was feeling his class.
Yeah. Well, he didn't tell you anything. Like, and then at the end, it was like, well, I don't know how I did on the final. And then he said he was grading on a curve, and it's like, okay,
Right.
well, what's the point in having a grade syllabus if you're going to grade on a curve? How do I know how I'm doing?
Yeah, I don't think I don't think if he would have been like a regular teacher, I don't know if I'd have did so good. I don't think I really learned that much from him. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how this damn class is gonna go.
Well, it's all Arduino based, so I assume lots of basic coding and things, at least from what I've seen in the textbook. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, oh man, I'm not too excited about being in his class again.
Yeah. I assume he will prefer in-person instruction. He he definitely struggled with being prepared for online.
Yeah. He struggled with in person too, though. He wasn't that great.
I think it's just his teaching style. He's old
Yeah.
school lecture.
Yeah, very dry.
Anybody else got 220?
Yeah.
I
That's
might.
definitely-
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
might.
I got 220.
I gotta check again.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Positive on comms.
So we got almost 3 hours with Steve tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Is everybody okay? So
That
What
one's
class
is that one online to start off with too, or
Yeah.
yeah.
First class
He-
tomorrow's online.
Yep.
Yeah. He sent out an email. He did.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to hear from Bloompot.
He sent out an email for the second 8 weeks already too. For what was that? The not the
PLC.
instrumentation class. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the PLC's class.
PLCs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
See
what?
how
Like,
that works out with having a trainer at home.
if Bloompot doesn't send us an email, do we just show up tomorrow?
I'm working under the assumption that if I don't hear anything, I need to be in class physically. So
Okay.
worst case scenario, someone shows up and then emails the rest of us. Been like, I'm here, no one else is.
What time is that class at? Is it the 12:30 or is it the 2 o'clock?
That would be
12:30.
Yeah, 12:30 to 3:20.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a long time to be with Bloompot too.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm just being honest. That's a long damn time. That's gonna be horrible. Because like it's only supposed to be like an hour lecture time, but it was only like an hour lab time when we first got in class with him. Like it was like we easily did like 10 hours of lecture each week. I think that's a pretty good estimate.
Dude spoke about his life story every lecture. That's why.
And then like
We tell you about this obsolete technology you'll never encounter.
And then like half the time he was trying to figure out like when he was doing the Boolean algebra, he like messed up somewhere along the way, and he's
Yeah,
half the
dude,
time
I remember.
Yeah.
trying to figure out what he was doing. Like, well, if you ain't got it by now, how are we supposed to get it? This is horrible.
Yeah, I don't think ICC pays as much as Bradley does for his teaching, so we get that second tier.
You
Oh,
get the
so
great
we get-
value education.
Yeah, I was just about to say the greater value. I was just about to say that.
ICC does advertise great value.
Yeah. He definitely gave that. I was lost so much in that class.
So what you do, is it a PLC class this time?
For Bloompot?
Yeah.
No, it's microprocessors that he's teaching.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like it's going to be Arduino Raspberry Pi based.
Mm.
See, if he ruins this for me, then I'm gonna be really mad because this is pretty much the only thing I got going for me right there.
Aw.
I was wondering if I didn't know that. Do they have a PLC class?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second
Yeah,
8
it's
weeks,
in October.
Steve's teaching it.
Okay.
Has anybody had Steve before? He seems like a pretty good guy.
Dude, he's cool as hell. I haven't had him, but when I was in John Spuler's class, he came in and did like a presentation on PLCs, and he's so cool. Steve is cool as hell, dude.
Who, Grandpa?
Yeah.
Yep. He's super. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a cool person. I never worked with him as far as.
Oh yeah, he'll like sit with you and actually make sure you understand it. I still remember all the shit he was saying because he was just such a. I don't know. It was easier to learn from him than it was John because John's kind of dry. He's a little dry sometimes. And
I like John though.
John's a nice guy. Actually, he helped me
I'm
a
talking
lot
about
too.
his, even with his teaching style, he got me through Tom's teaching. Tom's class because I had a problem with Tom's class, and John helped me out big time with Tom's class.
That's what he's doing to everybody in our class because they were having the same problem with Tom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just-
Tom is knowledgeable, but he does not have the teaching experience, and it definitely shows.
It definitely shows. Like
Oh,
Tom helped me.
Let me just give you an A.
Like Tom helped me with like I had issue with my homework one time. I couldn't find the answers And Tom helped me with like 4 questions. Every last question that he helped me with was wrong. I said, dude, how the fuck does that happen? I don't get that. And on 3 of them, I had the right answer at first. And he said, no, that's not
geez.
it. It's this one right here.
He didn't want you to get a big head.
No, he really
Oh,
believed it was the right answer. He was like, Jesus, how did they come up with that answer? This is your homework. How do you not know?
You just got to believe hard enough and it becomes the right answer. You learn that.
I was livid. I was like, hell no, this is terrible. Now I don't know what to do for the test. What am I supposed to study? Are you going to change the answers? Or I don't know.
Hey, Zach, welcome back. Was the crisis averted?
I was listening all the time.
That's fine. That is so fun because it's all truth.
So what was the verdict on those kids?
On the which what?
On those people that came?
I have no idea.
They were for this class?
No, they were for somebody else's class.
I have
Same
a feeling
thing you were just talking about.
I have a feeling that we're probably just going to show up for Mr. Boompot's class tomorrow.
You haven't heard from him?
No.
Not yet.
Show up.
Yeah, that was my plan.
That's
Matt,
gonna be mine as
show
well.
up. Make sure you tell the app. Make sure you tell the app what. Here we go. Okay. What are we doing? Google Drive. Everybody get signed in, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in Google Drive, yeah.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this here, Black Tech 151, and I'm gonna share. All of this here with you. Editor. Yeah. So I just shared that entire folder with all of you. When you have Google Drive open, on the left, if you're on your phone, it's probably 3 little lines. You open it up. But on the left, if you're on the computer, where it says new, it says my drive and all this stuff, click on the tab that says shared with me. And when you do that, you should see a folder that says Electech 151.
All right, I got it all.
In it.
Got it.
Anybody not have it?
I haven't checked yet.
Come on, Nick.
Back
Wake
off.
up.
All right, let me grab my other laptop.
Nick, I'm sure you have it. Don't worry about it.
You're pushing me, Zach.
You're crying.
Yeah, that's what grown men
What
do.
do I have here? 8 of you? Okay. On that note, if you need to miss a class, or if you come in for a lab and say, oh crap, I don't remember how he showed me to do this. Remember when I asked you if I was recording earlier? I record all these things and then I put them up on YouTube for you people to see. So if you need to review anything, or I know how tech savvy you people are, so you come in and do your labs and you have a video demonstration of me going through that lab with you on YouTube that you can pull up. You can come into your trainer, put your earbuds in, have, you know, DJ Zach on YouTube on your phone, helping you out with the lab right in front of you. Obviously, I'll be in the lab with you. But what I don't like is when people don't pay attention or whatever, and then they say, "Hey, show me how to do this thing." Well, I'm not here to babysit you. I want you guys to be able to apply this stuff. And I like this stuff. I like motor control. So anyway, that being said, I know that sounded kind of harsh, but please don't ever hesitate to ask me a question. Okay, especially in the lab, and I'll help you out. What do we do? Okay. Oh, I need to put that. Right now it says class recordings. This is actually wrong. This is something I copied from the summer class. So if you wanna look at all the videos from summer, you know, a couple of you were on there. Go ahead and click these links. Just kidding. I'm gonna redo all these. But you will see Monday, August 17th, 2020, and there'll be a link right here to YouTube video for this class if you can't remember something. Okay. Last thing. And then we'll talk about a little bit of math, and then I'll let you guys go. Shared folder. See this PDF that says assumption of risk and release? You guys are all going to have to sign this when you come into the lab, probably for each one of your classes. So you don't need to print this off. I'll print it off for you. And when we have our first day of in-person, which is probably going to be next week, I'm going to do some trig, some math homework assignment for later this week, probably Friday it'll be due. I'll start showing you some conduit bending next week, or this weekend, next week, and then plan on next Wednesday or Friday, however we split it up. Next Wednesday or Friday will be your first day in the lab. Okay. When you come in, this will be sitting on the table by the door. Pick one up, sign it. I'll mark off that you've signed it. All it is saying that if you die from COVID because Zach didn't wear his mask and he was coughing all over you, you're not going to sue the school.
Doesn't say anything about not suing you, Zach.
I'm covered. I'm covered. OSHA. Okay. What else? Oh, here's that. Here's the guidelines. Familiarize yourself with what's expected of you. Don't forget to brush your teeth. Oral hygiene. Don't shake my hand. All this crap. You all know how to social distance. Stay 6 feet apart. I'm going to have you guys each on your own trainer, so you won't be sharing a trainer with anybody else. I take that back. Some of your trainers we are going to share, but we're going to wipe them down after each use with them energized.
Sounds fun.
Totally kidding. Totally kidding. And bring your masks. Safety glasses. You know, lab safety. I'm pretty lax on safety as long as everybody's using common sense. If people start being dangerous, then we're going to have to do things. Not fun. Okay. Let's talk about some math. So in troubleshooting, obviously we use math, right? No. Yes. No. The math is hopefully a review of trig. Hopefully you guys have seen a lot of this before, but I got to figure out how to use this thing. I got this cool drawing pad. I don't know how to use it. Don't get it wet. Download the driver. Register we'll figure that out later. So since I don't have this thing set up, my drawing tablet, this is going to be ugly. But we're going to go over some trig real quick. Conduit bending, we use a lot of triangles. Okay, so does anybody remember what's so
Sokotoa.
you ruined it. You took the punchline. Sokotoa. What does it stand for?
One is a sign. Is that sign?
Yeah.
Why are you yelling at me?
Shoot. I remember it from
It's
John's
sine,
class.
Cosine.
you do outer and hypotenuse.
Yeah.
Cosine, you do adjacent hypotenuse, and then tangent, you do outer and adjacent.
Right. Sine of the angle. So this is going to be my angle. Sine of the angle equals opposite, over hypotenuse. Cosine of the angle equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent of the angle equals opposite over adjacent. Sokotoa, remember that. And this is actually in your uglies book too. Do you guys have the 2017 edition?
Probably.
By the way, for any of my tests, finals, or anything, you can use this. It's real life stuff. Conduit, 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 conduit bending, bending offsets with trigonometry. If you're in the 2017 edition, it's page 159.
Whoa.
All right, obviously I gotta get this figured out a little better. Nick, are you making coffee?
No, I'm making funny faces right now. Getting ready to go to bed.
How about Nick Tab? We're gonna have to
I was getting water, but coffee is brewing.
There we go.
that's not me. This is me. All right. I have a document camera that I'm going to use to show you this stuff once I get better at this virtual crap. Anyway, page 158 actually is what I'm doing. So if you can't remember Sokotoa, page 158, it's all right there. So what does this mean in a triangle? Whoa. First of all, we're dealing with right triangles, right? Is this a right triangle? Sort of looks like one.
I think.
Sort of looks like one. A right triangle is a triangle that has 90 degrees in it somewhere. If you add up all the angles of a triangle, how many degrees is it?
180.
180. So if this is what does this mean? Right triangle, right angle.
That's the 90-degree angle.
90 degrees. So if I told you this is 30, what is that?
60.
60. So using this, if I told you that this was 5 inches, could you tell me what this was?
For a long process, probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Pretty
remember,
easy.
but yes.
Pretty easy. Use this stuff up here.
You're trying to find.
Let's say we're using this angle here. Forget this one right now.
Oh, I better do this. Hold on.
So what are you given? You're given an angle. You're given this, which is, how would you compare that to the angle?
It's opposite.
Opposite. So you have an opposite, and you're looking for this, which is what?
Hypotenuse.
That's the hypotenuse. So we have an opposite and a hypotenuse relative to the angle. So which trig function are we going to use?
Sine.
9.
Sine. So sine of 30 equals 5 over x.
That would be x equals 5 over sine over 30.
Right. That's the shortcut. So if you multiply both sides by x, and then divide both sides, then you have x sine of 30 equals 5. So x equals 5 divided by sine 30. If you need help with the algebra, or you need to brush up or anything, let me know after class or in an email. We'll set something up. It's fine. But I'm just going to assume that you guys are all hip to this algebra. So x equals 5 over sine of 30. So somebody got a calculator? What did you guys come to class with? An idea? Five divided by 30 sine equals 10. So how long is the hypotenuse?
10 inches.
10 inches. The hypotenuse is 10 inches. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is triangles, okay? Ben got it. Ben's giggling. You guys are weird. Okay. Can we use that same triangle with 60 degrees? So forget this. Now we got 60. So relative to this angle, what do we have? What are we given?
30 degrees.
Adjacent and hypotenuse.
You're given an adjacent, and you need to find the hypotenuse. So which trig function is that?
Cosine.
Adjacent, hypotenuse, cosine. So set the formula up. Somebody? Cosine, right?
Yep. Cosine of 60 degrees.
Cosine of 60 equals what? Scream it. Yell it.
5 over x.
Equals adjacent over hypotenuse, 5 over x. Do the algebra, you're left with x equals 5 over cosine 60.
It's 10.
X equals 10. Again, it's always going to be 10 inches. So you might be asking yourself already, why do we need this stuff for conduit bending? Anybody asking yourself that? No?
How to
Go
embed
back
is
to
all.
bed? Well, I wish I was mobile with my camera, but I could go show you out in the lab the setup that I have. But you're running pipe along a wall. First of all, we got to get wires from one place to another, right?
Mhm.
Like here. So we use conduit, raceways, direct buried a trench, something, somehow we have to get wires from place to place. So if that box is on the wall, this guy right here, but it's up here and my pipe's down here, how do we get up there?
90.
Yeah, we don't need triangles for that. Let's say that there's a fire extinguisher right here.
90 and another 90.
90, another 90.
45.
Okay, you're absolutely right. You could do 90 and another 90, but, and we'll get to this later on, how many degrees, anybody know? I'll be really like extra credit, super extra credit if you know this without looking. How many degrees in one pipe run between two polling points? Somebody guess.
I'm having trouble understanding what you're asking.
This pipe goes up into the ceiling somewhere, and then somewhere down the way, there's a junction box, there's a panel, comes back down to a panel.
Okay.
I have to pull wire between those 2 points. So this is actually a pulling point. Yeah, there's an outlet there. There's switches. Okay.
Right.
But I got to get wires there. So between any 2 pulling points, so I got that going to the next junction box or whatever. How many degrees of bend can I have in that pipe?
180.
We said 180. That's a really good guess. But you're actually allowed more than that.
360.
360. 360 degrees between pipe runs. That's code. You're not allowed to go over that. Why is that?
Because the wire isn't like it's not made to bend and that much, right? Because it's actually stiff cable. It's not service cable. It's
To
not
pull.
multi-braided.
No, I can pull any kind of wire through 1,000 degrees of bend if I'm strong enough, or if I have a machine. Or there's this thing called a tugger that used wire pull, or
Okay.
tie my truck to the rope, right, and drive off and pull all that wire in. Is that good for the wire?
Efficient way to do it.
No. The more degrees bend you add, the more stress it's going to put on that wire as it's going around the bend, right? That makes sense?
Yep.
And eventually you're going to compromise the insulation. So that being said, also, do you want to hand pull wire through a conduit run that has 600 degrees of bend in it?
No.
Up, over, down, over, up, over, down? No. Sucks. Trust me, I've done it. 360 degrees between 2 polling points. Okay, so can you, at this point, do a double 90 into this thing? Yeah.
Probably, but it would suck.
What if I already had a 90 in this pipe run? What if my other junction box is here and I've already done 90'd?
You could
90,
you do 135.
90, 90. Technically, that's okay. It's 360, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 90s. But what if I'm not going to keep going with that scenario. If I can avoid 360 degrees, anyway, the more you get used to, if you're doing this all the time, if you're running pipe and pulling wire, you're going to learn over time that it's a lot easier on you if you can diminish the number of bends in a pipe. So let's say instead of putting this double 90 in here,
Could you do something like 135?
Right. So how can we diminish the number of degrees? We do something called an offset, where we come up at an angle and then go in. So if I'm hand bending this pipe, I probably need to know where to put those bends, right? I'm going to need, when it's flat, I'm going to need to put 2 marks on there and bend this up and then bend this one to match that, right? So it ends up doing this. So I need to know this distance. What does this look like?
Right
Red.
triangle.
Hey, now we're getting it. I usually, when I teach this class, I usually wait till a few days and make people just suffer through the math, wondering why the hell am I going over this again? But excuse me, that's exactly why. There's a few different kind of bends. We will go over all of them. But there's one called an offset. There's one called a 3-point saddle, which looks like this if you got to go over something and back down. There's something called a 4-point saddle if you have to go over something flat, up, over, across, back down. These are all triangles, right? So it's important to know this trig. All right. I'm gonna put a trig homework assignment on Blackboard for you guys, and I'm gonna make it due Friday so we can do more practice of this on Wednesday. So take a look at it. If you're comfortable with it, go ahead and submit it. But if you're not, then wait. We'll do some more practice because you're only going to get one shot at it. You're only going to get one attempt at the homework. So if you guys want to take a look at it, practice it. We'll go back over trig on Wednesday. And then that homework assignment will be due Friday. Okay? Questions?
Are we meeting you at 8 a.m. again or 9 a.m. again on Wednesday on here or
Yeah. So,
9?
yep.
Okay.
Assume every day class will start at 9, whether it's lab in person or on Zoom. And I'll just try to give you guys the best heads up I can. Like right now, I have a rough idea of the next 2 weeks. We'll be on Zoom today, Wednesday, Friday. Be next week, I'll plan on Zoom Monday, and then labs Wednesday and Friday. Okay. Yeah. Just a quick note on the labs. You're probably not going to be able to come in and get all the labs caught up on your day, right? I'm going to be giving you a bunch of labs to do. Get done what you can, and you've got the entire semester to get it done. I understand you only have 1 lab day a week, but I'll be respectful of that. You know, I understand. But you're going to have X amount of conduit bends to do. You're going to have X amount of faults to troubleshoot in the lab on our different trainers. And then, yeah, so just keep moving is all keep moving, keep going, and we'll be fine. So, any other questions?
Are we allowed to come in on the days that aren't our labs if we have a problem, or?
I haven't decided. I've thought about that.
Okay.
I need to think a little more on that because the priority this fall needs to be safety, right? Not just get hit in the head with a conduit bender, but like keeping people from getting sick. So we're gonna have to figure something out because a lot of the homework that I have is code, and that's the stuff that you have all semester to finish on your own time. But I'm assuming that you all don't have code books at home, right? So I'm either going to need to let you guys check out a code book for the 8 weeks and return it, or what I've done in the past is had people, when they're not working on labs during lab time, they're working on their code homework here because we have the code books. So let me think about it. I'll probably end up just sending code books home with you guys because you all look trustworthy.
What edition are you using?
Brand stinking new.
2020?
Just came in 2 days ago.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything- Okay. 1 hour on the first day. That's not too bad.
It's not bad at all.
You guys want to hang out for a little bit?
Yeah, I got this thing. I got this prior engagement with a pillow.
Yeah. What's her name?
I don't like to use names.
Hot news.
That way it makes it easier. No.
All right.
I did have one more question. On the days that are our labs, will you be available to stay a little bit longer if we want to complete more?
No.
Okay.
Only because I have class on the same days in the afternoons.
Okay.
But everybody's going to have the same amount of time in the labs, right? So I just trust that I'm going to have that in mind, that not everybody's going to get probably all the way through the labs. The important thing is the practice, right? Like I was saying before, I don't care if you get X amount of faults done, if you understand how to do it, if you're getting, things start to click after a while. It's like, oh, okay, like I see this wrong on troubleshooting training or in a simulated field, something's wrong. I should start here and I should work this way. Like that's the stuff that you'll get used to the more you practice.
Okay, I'll try.
And the conduit bending stuff, you're not going to be experts at it unless you've had past experience. It takes a lot of practice to be good at it. I'm not. There are some people that it's like masterful. It's an art in a way, but as long as you understand the math, you understand what you need to do to make your marks, to make the bends. Like I don't expect you to have the most perfect skill set in conduit bending. It's just understanding the concepts is what I want. So.
Is it mechanical or are we going to use the electric? Or do we have electric ones?
Benders?
Yeah.
I do not have a hydraulic bender.
Oh.
I have a Chicago bender that I'll do a demonstration on.
Ratchet style?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are going to use all hand benders. Oh. The thing is, whether you're using a hand bender or you're bending, 2-inch rigid with a triple nickel, a hydraulic bender, the math is all the same, right? So I can show you that stuff, but to make you guys make a bunch of bends on big, giant rigid pipe doesn't make any sense. I will show you how to use a hydraulic bender, and so you can see how it's done, but the math is all the same. That's the important part.
All right.
10-4.
Roger that.
Have a good rest of your Monday. Thanks for coming in on time, most of you.
Have a good one, Zach.
Thank you.
Have a
See ya.
good day.
Take care.
See you later, guys.
See you.
See you Wednesday.